Good afternoon, everybody. It's going to be episode number 2. This is your host, Jeff. You're listening to the podcast Shit Life Teaches. The Shit Life Teaches. My name is Jeff, is my name. So, today I want to discuss something that I feel I have a strong connection with, and that is seeing people for who they are and helping unseen people feel important and really shine in the moment as a genuine, authentic greet or notice something that that person does and really celebrate that person for who they are. I know growing up, I was a people pleaser. As a kid, I felt like I didn't fit in. I was whisked away from house to house, living with my mother and my father. And it put a complex in me as I was growing up where I felt like I had to be on stage all the time, and I never felt seen in my life. And that in itself was really difficult for me because, you know, being a little tyke, it's it's difficult to explain how adult worlds work. And you're just emulating what your parents are giving you. And my mom's second marriage was horrible. The guy who was my stepfather was an idiot. He was abusive. He physically abused me. He emotionally abused me. There was drugs in the house. This is all happening, those very delicate, child development years. And my mom strung out on drugs and everything, going through life thinking everything's fine. And here's little Jeff like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. And if you can relate because it sucks having to sit here and say, I need to be seen, I need to be seen, I need to be seen. And as I grew up, the only way that I felt like I could be seen was through good grades in school, be a good boy. I was never really a rowdy kid. I never really got in too much trouble. But when I did get in trouble, oh, it was good because I did it up. I'd go out, I would get pulled over by the police for speeding. I was doing drugs. I was doing all kinds of sort of stuff that I probably shouldn't have been. And this was early on, like my senior year of high school, as 18 and everything. And I go into my 20s with a really bad attitude, with a chip on my shoulder. I thought I was the hot shit. And wow, I had no idea that what I was doing this whole time was trying to, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I got tired of it. I got tired of pretending to be happy when I wasn't happy and I didn't know why I wasn't happy. And I got tired of blaming everything on my mom passing away or how my dad raised me. And eventually I just had to understand that it wasn't my fault the way that I was brought up. Now, if you had parents as a child and they're still together and you were nurtured and they made you feel special and you had all of that, I'm not jealous of you because I wouldn't change the way I grew up for anything, but you're welcome. Like, thank you. Thank you for bringing that into the world because that love that you received is what everybody's looking for. Nobody's talking about it, but everybody is looking for it. And it wasn't until I hit 30, brick wall. My mind, soul, and body all kind of like intertwined together, but I still hadn't put in the work. Didn't go to therapy, was still, running around doing bad stuff. And my sexuality got involved. And it takes you down a notch. You always feel underwater. So my mid 30s, I started getting into a therapist regularly. He said you were born with these gifts. Really made me feel seen for the first time. And I've always had the gift of talking to people and connecting with people as a young boy. And I think it was always meant for me to somehow spread what I know and let people understand and let people in on my life. And I don't want anyone ever to feel sorry for me, or I don't want to feel sorry for anybody else. I can empathize with you all day long. And I hope you will do that the same with me. And once I put in the work, I realized I can make other people feel seen. And I go through my day after I have my moment when I wake up. I'm like, talk to my higher power. Say, what can I do today to make somebody else's day better? Try to take the thought process off of me, because if we don't do that, we're just going to swallow ourselves in all of our problems. Yeah, I've got problems. Everybody's got problems. But if I can go and like wave to somebody and say, good morning, how are you? Or just let somebody be seen for who they are and not ridicule them, we've done our job for the day. Our life is so short on this earth that why have hate? Why be mad? I get mad at people. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm so great, because I'm not. And I do have moments where I'm just like, and I told you in the previous episode, when I'm behind the wheel, I am a jerk, and I have been working so hard not to do that. But when I'm in with you in person and we're talking and we're having a moment, I really want to feel a genuine connection. I don't really like small talk. I can do it, it drains me. But at the end of the day, I want people to feel good. So I get up in the morning, I spend 2 hours with my higher power, then I go to the mall, mall walkers, and I walk with the older crowd. I get to see the mall open up. It's like a social event. Everyone is there for the same reason. I know people's names. I've been doing this almost for 40 some days now. And I met one of the custodians. Her name was Maria. She lit up when I said, hi, I'm Jeffrey. What's your name? Or I said, me llamo Jeffrey. ¿Cómo se llama? Or what do I need to, ask her in Spanish? And she said Maria, because she was holding her neck because her neck was hurting. And I was like, oh, you might want to get that looked at. She's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I see her a couple days later and I said, how is your neck? And she smiled. She was like, oh my gosh, thank you for like recognizing me. And you could tell it really made her smile. And she was at ease, and it was just really, really nice. It made me feel really good. And when I talk to people as I'm walking and, I get the different perspectives from everybody, it's really, really fun. And I challenge you, if you're not at that spot, you can be an introvert and still do the same thing. You can wave, you can nod your head, smile, like, hey, how's it going? You don't have to be like a Scrooge. And if you find yourself not having peace, and I will talk, this is my mantra for 2026, is peace, peace, peace. Do something for somebody else. Out of the blue, just because. Be nice. Just try it out. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Who knows? But I'm going to leave you with that, guys. And if you like this, please subscribe, comment, And like I said, I do not participate in negativity. So if there's negative comments, you guys troll away, because it is not going to faze me. I'm not going to do it. But if you have something positive to say and something to add to the value, hey, let me know. And have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.